Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do shortcut boxes in perspective. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first thing we need to do is set up our page. Today's going to be a little different than yesterday. I'm not going to add a horizon line. I'm just going to use my ruler so I know that my vanishing points are right across from each other. And I'm just going to draw a vanishing point on the left and a vanishing point on the right. Okay, shortcut boxes, same steps basically, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with my street view box, my box that goes on both sides of my invisible horizon line. I'm going to start off by drawing my center line, okay? I know it's on both sides because I can tell. And then, so here's where it changes. I'm going to now line up the bottom of my center line to the vanishing point on the left, but this time I'm only gonna draw that line as long as I want that side to be. So here's what I mean by that. I'm just gonna draw this line here and then stop. Okay, I don't want it to be any bigger than that. If I were to continue drawing that line, yes, it's still gonna be in perspective because it's pointing towards my vanishing point, but I don't need to continue drawing it because that's how big I want that side to be. I'm gonna try to cut down on erasing. All right, I'm gonna line the top up with the vanishing point now. And then the goal is to try to stop so it's pretty close to the same length of that line right there. It's like there, I think. Okay, same thing on the other side. I'm gonna line it up. And I'm gonna draw it just however big I want that side to be. Try to line it up like that. Okay, all right, line it up to the middle. Slide it over slowly until you get to the shorter of the two lines. So if you notice, the top line is a little bit shorter than the bottom line. So I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna connect those down, and then I've just got that little tiny extra bit on there, and I'm just gonna get rid of that. And then that's all the erasing I have to do for that side. Line it up, slide it over to the shorter of the two lines, which looks like the bottom in this case, draw it up, and they were about the same. So I don't have any erasing to do now. All right, box above the horizon line. I'm gonna line it up to wherever I want. Draw my center line, same steps as before. Line up the top of the line to the vanishing point on the right and just draw that side however big you want it to be. Same thing on the bottom, and remember to try to match it. Okay, so it looks like maybe there. Just guessing. Same thing on this side, gonna line it up, gonna draw it over, gonna line the top up, and it's hard to see with this ruler, but it's about there. I'm gonna try to match it. I think it's close. All right, I'm gonna line it up to my center line, slide it over to the shorter of the two, and I'm going to draw it down. Got a little extra sticking out there. Line it up, slide it over, draw it up. And then I just have these little tiny extra bits to erase. And remember, now you're gonna line up these corners to the opposite point. So the left is gonna go to the right, and the right is going to go to the left. On these shortcut boxes, I like to line up whichever side is, here's what I mean. On these shortcut boxes, since this box is on the right side of my page, I'm going to line up the bottom part that would go to that side. So since I'm on the right side of the page, I'm going to line it up where the bottom left corner goes to the right, because I think this is an easier way to do this. Line it up, okay, draw it over, and I'm gonna stop about here. And then I'm gonna line this corner up to this side now. And I'm just gonna find where those lines cross, or what you can do is you're gonna line it up and just find where it hits that line and then stop. And then all you have to do is erase that bottom little bit, and that's it. All right, real quick, last box. You're gonna line up your center line, line up the top to the vanishing point on the left, line up the bottom to the vanishing point on the left. And I'm just guessing to see where those lines are. Top to the vanishing point on the right, bottom to the vanishing point on the right. Line up your ruler, slide it over to the shorter of the two lines, which looks like these are pretty close. Awesome. Line it up, slide it over to the shorter of the two lines, which is the bottom in this case. Draw it up, erase the extra, and then line up these two to the opposite vanishing points, right? So this is on the left side of my page. So I'm gonna line up the bottom right or top right to the vanishing point on the left. Draw it over, about there. Don't just connect the lines. Make sure you line it up. Line up the top left corner now to the vanishing point on the right. Find where it connects and stop. And then you're going to erase your extras, and that's it. And that is how you do shortcut boxes. Okay, that's how you do shortcut boxes. It's so much easier if you can learn how to do this without having to erase so much. If you are more comfortable with erasing the extra lines and drawing your line all the way to the vanishing point, you can do that too. It's really up to you. But in my opinion, I would rather save time erasing and try to do the shortcut boxes. So practice, try to get one on, above, and below the horizon line. If you want to do 2 above, 1 on, and 2 below, you can do that too. It's really up to you guys. But if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email, send me a message through Canvas. Again, I have the file upload on so you guys can upload files. You can send me questions, anything that you guys need, okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.